Rapidly transforming societies. That's the only option left, says the UN, after a failure to cut carbon. This is News Review from BBC Learning English. I'm Neil.
And I'm Beth. Make sure you watch to the end to learn vocabulary to talk about this story.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and try the quiz on our website. Now let's hear more about the story.
Countries must reprioritise climate change or the world faces catastrophe. That's what the head of the UN has said ahead of COP27, the climate conference being held in Egypt this month. Scientists say government failures to meet carbon targets will lead to a rise of more than 1.5 degrees. Only radically changing society will save us from climate disaster, they say.
You've been looking at the headlines, Beth. What's the vocabulary?
We have landmark, greenwashing, and warning shots.
This is News Review from BBC Learning English. Let's have a look at our first headline.
This one is from Euronews. What is COP27? Everything you need to know about Egypt's landmark climate conference.
So COP27, which is the annual International Climate Conference, is being described as a landmark. That's the word we're looking at. Right now, Beth, first of all, I want you to think of a famous city, London. When I mention London, what comes to mind?
I think of Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, the London Eye, the Houses of Parliament.
Okay, so these are important, memorable places, buildings, literally marks on the land, landmarks. Is that what we mean here?
Well, they are landmarks, but no, that's not what we're talking about here. So in the headline, landmark is used as an adjective to mean that something is so important that it might cause a dramatic change.
Okay, so the headline is suggesting that COP27 might be a landmark conference, a point where an important change is made. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. And this adjective landmark is often put together with words like event, decision, or day. So, for example, if we think about when women first got the right to vote, this was a landmark event. It was very important for women's rights.
And can we use any other words or vocabulary to describe a similar thing?
Yeah, we could say that something is a turning point or a milestone, for example.
Okay, let's have a look at that one more time. Let's have a look at our next headline.
This is from The Guardian. Greta Thunberg to skip greenwashing COP27 climate summit in Egypt.
Okay, so Greta Thunberg, the very famous young Swedish climate activist, is going to skip the COP27 climate conference. That means she's not going to attend because she thinks it's an example of greenwashing. And greenwashing is the word we're looking at. Well, I know the word green and I know the word washing, but what's the sense?
Well, imagine a company that sells something bad for the environment, like a plastic bottle, but they cover it with a green label that symbolises being environmentally friendly. It might have nice pictures of forests on it, and it has words like organic and natural ingredients and recyclable.
Okay, so you're saying this bottle looks like it's really good for the environment, but actually it's just a plastic bottle and plastic isn't very good. So we're saying it's just marketing.
Exactly, yeah. This is greenwashing, and it is just a marketing approach that basically makes it look like an organisation is helping the planet, and that makes the customer want to buy the product. They want to help the planet too, but actually it's not really helping at all.
Right, so in this headline we see that Greta Thunberg thinks that COP27 is an example of greenwashing. She thinks that actually they are not taking it seriously, they just want people to think they are.
Yeah, that's right. And the headline uses the adjective greenwashing. It describes the event, in this case, the conference. But we can also use greenwash as a verb. So that is the action of making something look more environmentally friendly than it actually is.
And a related idea and word is sports washing. That means when an organisation or a country hosts or supports a sporting event to try and make themselves look better. Let's take a look at that again. Let's look at our next headline.
This one comes from Inside Climate News. Ahead of COP27, new climate reports are warning shots to a world off course.
The headline says that the world is off course. That means going in the wrong direction, metaphorically, to reach those climate targets. And we are looking at the expression warning shots. It's got something to do with guns, hasn't it?
Yeah, so literally in war, one side might fire a shot in the air or it might come from a cannon. And this is saying, we are here, prepare yourself. It is a warning. But in the headline, it's used metaphorically. There's actually no guns here.
That's right. So these new scientific reports say that unless we stay within that 1.5 degree limit, something really bad is going to happen.
Exactly. It is a warning shot to the world. And in this case, that bad thing that would happen is the climate would collapse.
Now, the expression warning shot is used very frequently in news media, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So it sounds very dramatic and it creates a really powerful image in the mind of the reader, and that helps them remember the story a little bit more.
Yeah, let's have a look at that one more time. We've had Landmark, an important event that could cause big changes.
Greenwashing. Companies say it's environmentally friendly, but is it really?
And warning shots, signals that show action is needed.
Don't forget, there's a quiz on our website, bbclearningenglish.com.
Thank you for joining us, and goodbye.